Hello, my name is Carrie Burchell, and I am here to share with you two life changing strategies on how to put out that feeling of your hair being on fire. So, here's how it works. Everybody feels caught in this spin in one time or another, right? Maybe it's the pressures of our kids and dragging them around everywhere after work. Maybe it's the chance of fitting in work. Maybe it's achieving some financial goals, getting that next promotion. Maybe it's the competing feelings inside ourselves of where we want to be and where we are. And this is what holds us back from achieving ambitious goals. My name is Carrie Burchell, and I am the expert in helping you slow down to go fast. Here are two strategies that are going to change your world. What we want to do is we want to help people slow down the spin and really identify like what is at the bottom of that spin. So let me tell you a story, and in telling you the story, share two strategies. About 15 or 20 years ago now, my partner and I were feeling like we were just too comfortable in our life. We had kind of been fast tracked in our careers, and we didn't feel positioned to contribute to the world as much as we wanted. And this is now my way of really embracing that. But it took 15 years to kind of wrap my head around it because I felt caught in the spin. We ended up moving to the Caribbean for a couple of years and all over the US from our home in Canada. And I remember wrapping up some of the work in Canada. My partner went down a couple months before me and trying to manage the stress of this like busyness, right? The spin of wrapping up our world, moving to a developing country for a couple of years, saying goodbye to people, managing bank accounts, like it just lots of spin and trying to manage that while working, and took another job to try to make ends meet because it was a crazy transition time. And going to a yoga class, which is not really my strength. And at the very end of the yoga class, if you've never been to one, they have you lay on the mat and you breathe. And I remember just tears trickling down the sides of my face. And a colleague who was here because we were traveling to do some work and went to this yoga class says to me, "Gosh, like it must be really crazy for you." And she started the conversation of slowing the spin down. So the first strategy is to actively listen to people. So you may have a colleague that comes running to you, hair on fire, right? There's a process that's broken. They want you to fix something. Maybe you have a kid or a friend or a family member who's really caught in the spin around whatever it is. It can be operational, it can be emotional. Actively listen. That is without bias, without guiding people, without fixing their problem. Purely actively listen. Powerful. And what did this colleague do? She got me talking. And I realized that what I was spinning around was not, in fact, what you would have guessed in the beginning: the bank account, the wrapping things up, the 8 boxes that we sent to the Caribbean, paring our life down to everything, renting our house furnished. What do we keep? What do we not keep? Nothing in storage. It's crazy time. What was really my spin is I was paralyzed by the idea of saying goodbye to people. I'm a people person. And I just couldn't wrap my head around real friendships last. If you've left anywhere, you kind of get that the real friends last. And so once I got down to understanding what the root cause was, then I could spring forward and get a strategy going around how I was going to manage the root cause of what was causing my spin. And so she helped me by asking open ended questions. So the second strategy is to really ask open ended questions, starting with what or how. What are you going to do? How is that going to work? Right? So those are my nuggets for the two strategies to help people slow the spin down. And you can certainly apply those strategies to yourself, though it's very hard to pull out of the spin yourself or to help someone else pull out of their own spin in isolation. It's a dialogue that really gets the magic going. So stay tuned. If those two concepts work for you, I've got more information to help you refine those skills.